Hey, I'm about to go level up. I cannot settle for nothing. I never been regular. Always knew I could do better. I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still repping 919. The city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve. I put in the.
With Cooper Flagg making his NBA Summer League debut with the Mavericks tonight, I wanted to break out one of my favorite modern graded Slam magazine covers. This is Slam issue number 247, featuring Cooper Flagg when he committed to Duke, becoming one of a long line of legendary players who went to the Duke program and then went on to become lottery picks. To think that Cooper Flagg should actually be entering his freshman year of college because he reclassified forward, something that's a little unusual in today's American basketball leagues. We are seeing a lot of kids reclassify, but they're doing it backwards a year. So that's why you're seeing some of these videos of 7th and 8th graders who look like grown men and they're dunking on each other. Some of that has to do with reclassification. Some of it just has to do with the players are bigger, better, and stronger than ever. But Cooper Flagg said in an interview that his mother told him that if he was the best player in his gym, it was time to find a new gym. And that's exactly what he did by moving forward. Cooper was part of that legendary Montverde team in Orlando, Florida, where he played alongside 3 other guys who all were drafted in the first round of this year's NBA draft. So you had 4 guys just 2 years ago who were playing in high school who are all now first round picks. Another notable member of that Montverde team is Cooper's twin brother Ace, who's a great player in his own right, who's not getting nearly the publicity that his brother gets. But interestingly enough, Cooper and Ace Flagg, when they were freshmen in high school in Maine, they won a state championship. Then when Cooper and Ace transferred to Montverde, they were both on that team that won state and national championships. When Cooper then committed to Duke, the entire family followed him to North Carolina. Ace Flagg followed him as well. He stayed in his normal grade. And so while Duke had Cooper starring for them in the NCAA tournament, Ace Flagg was actually winning his 3rd state championship in 3 different states. I don't know how many players have done that, but it's certainly a very, very impressive feat. So this graded Slam cover, if you're not familiar with graded magazines and the graded magazine hobby, I encourage you to check it out. This is Slam magazine that, of course, has been encased in a plastic holder by CGC. Up to this point, CGC is sort of the only company that is grading magazines, and they started off by grading comics and then moved into magazines, and they are the only company, and so they are the leader in the graded magazine hobby. PSA, the same PSA that also is involved in grading sports cards, they have indicated that they are going to enter the graded magazine business as well. They are sort of behind the schedule that was originally announced in terms of getting their program ready and off the ground. But in the graded magazine world, you see the score or the grade up here in the top left corner. For many, many years, a 9.8 was the highest grade that any magazine had ever received. And so if you were getting 9.6s and 9.8s, you were probably amongst the top pop for that particular issue. There is a word that there has now been a 10 magazine that received a perfect 10, and I believe it is a Slam magazine cover of Caitlin Clark, and it is, I've heard the rumor that it was pressed by Jim, who goes on every social media site as CGC Sports Illustrated. He is one of the early adapters of the graded magazine hobby. He's a wealth of information. If you haven't checked out his social media sites, I encourage you to do so. Watching his sites is really what got me into the graded magazine hobby. And so you can send these magazines off to CGC. They'll take a look at them, they'll grade them, and send them back in these cases. That sort of encapsulates a moment in time. And there is just a sense of nostalgia that goes along with these magazines where you can look at them and remember the place you were, the people you were with when you were either watching a game or when there was a moment in sports history that was taking place that's sort of accounted for on these magazines. And so that's one of the reasons that I love them. And from time to time, I'll be coming on here and putting some more videos up of some of the graded Slam covers that I have. Tomorrow, Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper, I believe, both give their Summer League debut. And so I've got a special Slam magazine cover that I will debut with that one tomorrow. These Slam magazine covers, this is obviously the base issue of Slam magazine. One of the things to remember with graded magazines is that newsstand editions, meaning ones that don't carry the subscription issue, they don't have that either subscription sticker, or they don't have the white border where the subscription address is placed. The newsstand editions instead are typically going to be worth far more than the subscription editions. And the reason for that is simply supply and demand. There are a lot more subscription issues every single edition that are printed as opposed to newsstand editions. And so newsstand editions are typically what you're looking for in this hobby. It's what you want for your graded magazines, and both in Sports Illustrated as well as in Slam, or any other issue that you're looking to grade. And so you're looking for those, rarer cases where they're going to be newsstand editions. Slam does something that's interesting because in addition to newsstand editions, they also put out special metal editions. And their most famous metal edition is the gold metal edition. And so right up here where you see Slam in black, it's actually a gold foil that is placed on those magazines. And they only issue 94 copies of that gold metal magazine. So once they're gone, they're gone. They don't release them at any point in the future. 94 because, of course, Slam debuted in 1994. And those gold medal issues are highly sought after because of their scarcity, and they typically do very well on the secondary marketplace once they have been graded. Slam also puts out some special orange metal editions. Every once in a while, they'll even issue an edition that has a color match with whatever the cover story is. I have a great Celtics cover from their most recent NBA championship. That's a green metal edition. I'll be debuting that in a video coming up. But if you haven't checked out graded magazines, take a look at them. Like I said, they sort of encapsulate a piece of history and keep it preserved forever. And the images on them, really just show you that over time, the game never ages, even though time marches on. So good luck to Cooper Flagg tonight. We'll check back in and see how he did in his NBA Summer League debut.